Hi, I'm Natasha with Cricut, and today I'm so excited to show you how to make this welcome sign. I saw it on Cricut's website and I noticed that it had mabuhay on it, which is Tagalog, and my family's from the Philippines, so I was really excited when I saw it. I recently bought a house, and so I'm ready to start decorating, and I think this will be perfect because I want anyone that comes to my house to feel welcome. So let's make it. Let me show you what I have today. First, I have a connected device with design space on it. Here I have my Cricut Explorer 3 cutting machine. You can use a trimmer if you want, and I have some accessories as well as some masking tape, which I will show you how I'm going to use that. And then I have my wooden sign that I'm going to be putting the design on, and then vinyl and transfer tape. Okay, so let's start in design space. I have this ready to make project open, and it is perfectly sized to fit my wooden board I have here. So I'm going to go ahead and make it. So now it's sending everything to my machine, and I'm cutting without a mat because today I'm using smart vinyl. Now that I have my mat preview here, everything looks great. And so I'm going to hit continue and connect to my machine. Once my machine is connected, I'm going to look for my material. So I'm looking for smart vinyl removable. And I'm going to try less pressure today. Now that this load button is blinking, I know that I can insert my vinyl. So I'm going to use these guiders here on the left and the right and load my material. Okay, and now that it's blinking, I can press go, and it is prepping and finalizing the design and sending it over to the cutting machine. Today I'm using removable vinyl, but you could use permanent vinyl. I'm planning on using this sign inside my house, but if you were going to put it outside, I would recommend using permanent vinyl. Okay, now that my design is cut, I can unload my design. And now I want to do what's called weeding. So I'm going to move this board out of the way, and I'm going to take out the excess material from my design that I don't want transferred onto my wooden board. So I'm using this tool here. It's a weeder tool. I'm going to pick at the corner and start peeling away my design slowly. And I can use this to help me lift up designs where I need to. And here. And I'm going to use my scissors here because it's a long design. It can get kind of tricky, so I'm just going to trim excess material as I go to make it easier for me. And it's okay if you miss some of the insides or pieces that are supposed to come off stay, because I'm going to go back and weed again for all the insides of letters that shouldn't be there either. But I'm just slowly doing this, making sure that all of the letters that are supposed to stay on. And you can see that I'm kind of using the weeding tool to help pick up the designs that are, or the excess pieces. So now I'm just going to take off any insides of letters. And this weeding tool is really sharp, so you can kind of poke at the liner, the back liner, and it'll help you pick up the excess pieces. Okay, and now I have all of the excess pieces weeded off of my design. So next we are going to put transfer tape on it, because if we didn't put transfer tape on this, I would have to individually lift up all these letters, and I want this perfectly the way that it is, and so I'm going to use transfer tape to help me in that. So I'm going to take my transfer tape and make sure that I have enough transfer tape to cover the whole design. And that looks good. I'm gonna use the hinge method to put it on here, but this looks like it's the right amount of transfer tape for my design. So transfer tape has a backer to it. So I'm kind of rolling the corner of it to pick up the transfer tape and detach it from the liner. I can lift up the transfer tape and peel away from the backer. Set aside that liner. And now I'm going to line up the transfer tape with my design. Make sure that it covers the whole thing. Start in the middle and then kind of smooth out. There we go. And then I have my handy dandy scraper tool that I'm going to use to burnish or to make sure that the design sticks to the transfer tape. So I'll do that just by kind of scraping back and forth. Could be like an instrument in a band. And then I'm going to flip it over and do it on the back side too. Okay. Now I'm going to use my trimming tool to trim down the excess just so I can make it fit more on my board. So I'll take this, and that is too long that way, but I'll trim this side right here. And then I can just use my scissors to trim this side. Smooth like butter. So I'm going to do it sideways just because it's easier for me to handle this way. But again, I'm just making sure that my design fits here perfectly. And I'm just going to trim this side down too, so I can see that as I'm working with it. Okay, here's where the masking tape will come in handy. I'm going to teach you what's called the hinge method, which helps me place bigger designs onto the actual blank that I'm putting it on. So I have regular masking tape here, and I'm just going to tape the middle. Whoa. Here we go. Too strong for my own good. Okay, I'm going to take this masking tape, and once I have it lined up where I want it, I'm going to tape the middle here. Make sure it stays center. Okay. And for good measure, I'm just going to burnish one more time. Okay. Now I'm going to slowly pull away the transfer tape from the vinyl backer so that my design is now on the transfer tape. So I'm going to pick this up, and it might not stick, which happens. It's okay, don't worry. I can use my scraping tool and make sure that I pick up any of the design that might have been missed the first time. Can I count this as arm day? Okay, so now that I have all of these letters attached to the transfer tape, I am going up to where I put the masking tape. I'm going to take my scissors and trim off this excess backer. Okay, and now when I take the liner out, I can smooth this design onto my wooden board. And I can use my scraper. Make sure that sticks there. And then I can take this off, and everything should be straightened in place to do the same thing on the other side. All right, so now I'm just gonna slowly put it on my board. And now I can use my scraper tool to burnish it onto the board. Now that I've burnished it, I'm going to slowly lift up the transfer tape and slowly peel away, starting from the corner. And you can see that my design is now on the wooden board. It's looking really good. Voila! And look how cute it turned out. I think it will match perfectly in my new home, and I welcome you to try it. What's great is you can customize it and personalize it to however you want. So if you want to change Mabuhay to a language you speak, you should give it a try.